The physical dimensions of maritime corridors dictate the efficiency of global energy distribution. In the Houston Ship Channel, draft restrictions impose severe capacity and financial penalties on high-capacity tankers. At a restricted depth of 40 feet, very large crude carriers must light load by up to 35.0% of their deadweight tonnage. This underkeel safety margin prevents optimal asset utilization. Daily demurrage costs for delayed tankers scale nonlinearly, averaging $65,000 per vessel when draft limits block high-tide transits. Deepening the channel to 46 feet under Project 11 increases Suezmax utilization to 100.0%. This structural adjustment reduces average demurrage costs by 69.2%, down to $20,000 per day. Expanding channel capacity introduces a secondary physical bottleneck, the disposal of dredged sediment. Deepening 45 miles of waterway requires vast, isolated containment basins. Cumulative sediment extraction is projected to reach 138.5 million cubic yards by 2026. This rapid accumulation has depleted active dredged material placement areas. Remaining disposal capacity has collapsed from 85.0 million cubic yards in 2018 to just 1.2 million cubic yards. This structural deficit in containment volume forces a 40.0% increase in capital expenditure. Operators must acquire expensive upland sites and raise existing dikes to prevent a complete suspension of dredging operations. The mismatch between landside petrochemical expansion and marine infrastructure limits macroeconomic growth. U.S. Gulf Coast petrochemical export volumes rose 100.0% between 2016 and 2024, reaching 84.2 million metric tons. However, the narrow channel prevents two-way transit for wide-body vessels. This physical constraint has driven average transit delays from 11.5 hours to 29.5 hours. This divergence acts as a systemic drag on the export efficiency of liquefied petroleum gas and polymers. Localized bathymetric constraints remain the ultimate arbiter of global trade throughput. This dynamic mirrors the mid-20th century deepening of the Suez Canal, where physical geography forced a structural redesign of global shipping logistics.